Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel or welcome here if you are new. I'm Manganet, I do book related content and sometimes not, and during the whole month of 28 days of February I'm publishing a new video every single day with Holy Tash. Nailed it! Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you are ready for another bookish adventure on the 28 days of insanity. Today we are starting another reading vlog, and today we are going to be reading another book by an author that we have in the past read one single book and given 5 stars to that one single book. Authors that for us were a one-hit wonder. We're gonna see if we can find another wonder from the same author. A few days ago I was perusing my bookshelves looking for authors that I've read once only, given 5 stars. I already told you, I don't know why I'm repeating myself. Editing Manganet honestly hates this kind of attitude. I was perusing my bookshelves looking for said author and I landed on one. I had multiple options, I'm not gonna lie, but I landed on one where I've read one book, but I have since acquired 3 other books and there is a lot more on my wish list, and it's one of those that I buy the books on charity shops. Every time I see one of them there, I'm like, yep, get that, because I love the first book so much. Look at this movement. Are you ready? Look. For all the times that I wasn't prepared to record, this time I was. Here's my stack of T.M. Logan books. The one on top, Lies, is a book that I read, I don't know, 3 years ago, and I gave 5 stars to. It's in terrible condition, destroyed by Puppy Suki. Puppy Suki destroyed it so much that it's even missing the back cover, so like, don't read this or you'll get spoiled. This was, when I read it, one of my all-time favorite thrillers. I don't remember a lot about this. I still remember the mega plot twist, and up until this day I still think it's done in a brilliant way. My only question about it is, if I had read it now, would I have seen it coming? The answer is probably not, because I never see anything coming. I mean, is this your first rodeo here? I never see anything coming. This was one of my all-time favorite thrillers, and since this time, like 3 years ago, when I read this book, I've been wanting to read more from the same author. Well, that day is here, that day is today. We are going to be reading more of T.M. Logan. This is really exciting. We have 29 seconds, we have the holiday, we have the catch. The holiday and the catch have like very similar covers. I mean, these are way too similar. Like, they even have a glass there, which makes me think, are these like the same book? But one is the American edition and the other one is not? No, they're both UK editions. Okay, they're not even the same size, but like, what the heck? I don't know what these are about. I also don't know what this is about, but this is the one I'll be reading because this is the one I've had on my shelf the longest, and I feel like I need to sometimes respect my bookshelf. So let's go for this one. 29 seconds. How much could you lose in 29 seconds? At the back says, give me one name, one person, and I will make them disappear. When Sarah rescues a young girl in trouble, she expects nothing in return. But her act of bravery puts a powerful and dangerous man in her debt. He lives by his own brutal code, and all debts must be repaid, in the only way he knows how. He offers Sarah a way to solve a desperate situation with her intolerable boss. A once-in-a-lifetime deal that will make her problems disappear. No consequences, no comeback, no chance of being found out. All it takes is a 29-second phone call. Because everyone has a name to give, don't they? I'm intrigued. Like I said, back in the day, this had one of the best plot twists I've seen coming. So I'm intrigued to see if there's one brutal here as well. Anyway, I'm gonna start reading it and I'll update you as soon as I have something interesting to tell you. I'm more than halfway through, roughly 70% into the book, and there's nothing wrong with this book, but I don't think it's a thriller. I don't know what's going on. It's telling us a story about this woman. Why is it that I can never remember names of characters in books? Sarah. She's a scientist at a university, and she has a very controlling boss that is trying to be a womanizer, basically, and keeps harassing her and other colleagues, like in the past. Right now it's Sarah, but in the past he has done that to other people, and like giving sexual hints and things like that. Very uncomfortable, the descriptions of the scenes that they have together, even in meetings and things, and he would like put his hand on her knee. Everything is very inappropriate, of course. And she's obviously trying to get away from him, but she also doesn't quit the job, which is something that annoys me. She says it's because she has 2 kids and she needs to look after them, and if she leaves this job, she'll be in trouble to get another job and she needs to provide for the kids. Fair enough, but still annoys me a little bit. But in general, the story is intriguing, is it interesting, but I don't see how this could be considered a thriller. I think so far is more like a contemporary fiction, a dark one. I don't know if there's a special genre for that, but I don't think it's a thriller. But regardless, I'm more than halfway through, as you can see, almost at the end. And not only there hasn't been any twists, but also I don't think this kind of story is in a way possible to have a twist, if that makes any sense, because there's no mystery. We know everything that is happening. There's no questions in the air, and usually the twists in thrillers come from us not knowing certain aspect of the story, and the way we discover it, like who done it or why or how or whatever it is, that's where the twists come from, right? But in this one, I don't see any mystery anywhere in any of these different frames that we're following. And so, like, I don't know, I'm just confused on what kind of book this is. So far it's just 3 stars, nothing wrong with it, but nothing great either. And I really hope that until the end of the book it makes me somehow change my mind, because, you know, it's my dude, T.M. Logan. I've been waiting to read more books from him for all this time, and now the book that I pick, it's nothing special. Come on, T.M., you can do better. I finished this last night, and the second I start recording an update, the dogs start playing loudly. I finished this book last night, and oh my god, I am so disappointed. 2 stars, and it's only not a 1 star because that's the rating that I give to the books that I DNF. So 2 stars is the book that I didn't like. I mean, like I said previously, I don't think this is a thriller. There was no mystery whatsoever, and there seems to be a twist at the end, but it was nothing special. The main character, she's so annoying. She's being harassed by her boss at her job, but it's been 2 years and she never did anything about that. She hasn't left the company because she's afraid she's gonna ruin her career and blah blah blah. But 2 years, it's not 2 months, it's 2 years. Doggy's trying to work over here. It's like she's always waiting for someone else to save her, which is really annoying. And then when the opportunity is indeed presented to her that someone else actually wants to save her, she goes for it and then she regrets it immediately. So basically the entire book she's always complaining. In the beginning she's complaining about this guy, the boss that is harassing her. Then she saves this kid. The father of that kid offers her to give him one name and he'll make that person disappear. Doesn't give her any more details. Then she spends like the next 2 days thinking if she should do it. There's no mystery because obviously we know which name she's gonna give, the bosses. Then she gives the name away, does the 29-second phone call, and she then spends an entire week regretting giving his name away. And then he actually turns out alive. There was probably the biggest plot twist, and I'm spoiling the whole thing because don't waste your time reading this. But surely, at least for me, the fact that the boss at the end of a week, he just shows up alive because the police found him in the trunk of the Russian guy that was supposed to make him disappear. The guy was caught in traffic speaking on the phone, so when they stopped him and searched his car, they found the boss in the trunk. I mean, great job for someone who belongs to like the mafia. They got cut up so easily and so quickly and in such a stupid way. You'd think they are like professional killers, but no, they weren't. So she got the short side of the stick basically because she made a deal with someone who's not actually that good at what they promised. Anyway, then the boss turns out alive. Then she's like, oh my god, thank god I didn't cause anyone to die. But then as soon as the guy goes back to harassing her, she keeps hating him, and then she goes like, maybe I should kill him myself. Like, what? But then obviously she doesn't because she has principles or something. The book was so plain, it was so nothing, it was it's one of those that ask me in a week and I won't remember anymore anything about this except the main storyline. But like, then there's also a lot of characters that are introduced here but bring nothing to the story. So I'm like, why were they introduced here? It feels like the author was trying to introduce characters just to make us think that that person might have to do something with whatever is going on, which by the way is nothing. Nothing is going on. At the end we realized it wasn't them, so that the twist hits us harder. But again, there was no twist. This book frustrates me. So second book I read from this author. First one is a 5 star, second one is a 2 stars. This is great. Thank you so much for coming along and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!